as I was saying, thank you, Alexander, for preparing the speech and really guiding our audience through every topic about Cursor. Uh, what I will be talking about as a designer doing code in Cursor and like full stack development in it is that gap of having static content and not really possibility to make directly animations inside um, AI agents, AI models such as Opus, Sonnet, GPT, and etc. natively. Um, One thing that is nice to have on every application slash website is interaction. Interactions help us as a humans understand better what is happening with the data or interaction on the media we are interacting with. In this case, for example, website. Let me just hide this doc so it won't take. So yeah, one free tool for creating a motion and animations in design in Cursor or any AI agent such as Claude Code or IntelliJ or anything is Remotion. Remotion is basically a library that makes animations inside the code utilizing the React components and just making those animations as a CSS animations inside React. And then, of course, you can basically make them with your own words without having to. I know if anyone here is familiar with After Effects, you know how pain in the ass is using the time frames and calculating all Bezier curves for easing in and easing out. So this is finally available to us. So I will start by starting a new project here in Cursor. And while doing this, I can answer on a question that Alexander mentioned about running multiple parallel agents in Claude overnight. Yeah, so basically I was testing one idea where I...
Goran, maybe zoom in a little bit.
Yeah, how do I do that?
Command plus.
I don't have plus. Okay, I have.
Okay, good.
So basically, I left the agent running. I had a really big application that we coded from the scratch in Cursor and it's in production, but the problem is that design system is not in sync in Figma and what is on Storybooks and on Rails server. What I did, I instructed AI to go through each component, make it in Figma, make all the states as a variable, and then like validate everything. What it did not found really good connection with, I had a different account in Figma logged in and different logged in MCP. So it spent around 8 to 9 hours trying to connect and spent $2,000 from API credits. When it spent all credits which were in my account, it started billing from my credit card. Because I said unlimited on demand. Luckily, it was last day of the month, and I had like $60 on the card. But yeah, it could be catastrophic. Kudos to Cursor for refunding all the money. So let me first get back on topic. For example, I will do this like I never used terminal or anything before, like install Remotion library for creating videos here in this project. And it will go and install it for you. In my case, this is set up already.
I was wondering if it has a look from the latest version.
I installed it like 20 minutes ago, so probably it is latest version, but maybe we'll check out
Oh, it has the version in the best practices.
Yeah. So after, yeah, it will install maybe newer version of this. After you install this, like Remotion, yeah, it concluded that we have already Remotion installed. Another good thing when you install Remotion is to install Remotion skill. You just tell it to install Remotion skill, and it will automatically search a web and install it for you if you're lazy like me and don't like to search the web. Yeah, I never use Google anymore.
What
if
if
you can ask AI to do it for you, don't bother doing it. Do it yourself.
what if it installs not correct skill, like someone would create it and call it the same way you
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it will go because it will use a Google instead of you, and will find that the skill, the best skill is the one with 300,000 stars in GitHub, and will probably install that one. If it installs wrong one, I mean it's basically your fault because you're not checking, but but I'm gonna trust it here. But yeah, so for example, let's cover a few scenarios. First scenario could be you want to create some animation, and that animation could be like pop-up animation for like notifications bar on the for Apple devices, but you don't know how to really explain it or to give anything specific, and you just have it in mind. So I would say him like, use your best skills for Remotion and make me animation for a notification pop-up. And let's see, how do we want it to look? Let it be on a white background with scale more. And the most important part of a prompt, make no mistakes.
Tell it things.
Don't hallucinate.
Tell it things.
Yeah, I will just enable fast.
be kind.
Before we go on and see what it did, let's get back onto Remotion as a library. What is good and cool about it? We have, when you run Remote, when it installs Remotion in your project, it will basically install that React project. And when you build the project and run the server, it will actually pop out for you like video editor in your local machine. So it has every feature you need for like building those animations, start and seeing them, starting from importing assets, seeing different compositions, having different props, renders. You can export video in render, you can export video in multi files like SVG, you can instruct it to recreate it in CSS or anything. You can actually, as they have on the website, you can actually use their editor to do like big editing work for videos to export to different platforms, but I will just focus now on animation part. For example, yeah, it finished and it said composition, white full background, skeuomorphic toes, and let's see if we can see here. Yeah, that's basically what I was thinking about actually. So, okay, let me then, of course you can now instruct it to make any modification on this one, but let's move to a like more fun part. Like you have some element in UI in Figma, or let's make it more challenging. Let's find some UI element that is PNG, like a photo. Let's just search for finance dashboard UI, and let's find something that will look cool animated. Yeah, for this looks cool enough. Yeah, so what I can do is just grab a screenshot and instruct the model.
Steal this.
Let's make an animation for I don't know what is this animation. What is this element for actually? So this is sales amount through the months. Okay. For number of sales per month, and make it in loop. Duration 3 seconds. Still the looks of it one by one. Digital would make no mistakes. So yeah, by adding make no mistakes, you have your chance of him making no mistake 1% bigger.
Is that true?
No, this is just actually I think it will make mistake if you instruct him not to make one. But it's a funny thing to write him. Okay, let me just now let me close these once. Let me stop the server, and I will just run another server here. Always happens. Is it problem there first? Yeah. Let's see. Oh, this is not the one. Let me delete it.
It's occupied.
This skill will create components. It will create it in React as a component on React page. Then it will use best practices of video animation to make it work. Actually, I will show you valid finished building component. If you use plan mode, which is really smart here, to use Claude 4.7 to plan it. So Claude will, it's a lot smarter, and it will make some assumptions like it will flag major keyframes, on which keyframes what action happened, or in which curve, Bezier curve, or which ease in, ease out to use duration for best practices, and then composer can just like execute it for a nicer look. But it works like this too. Let me see if finished. I don't think so yet. You can animate pretty much everything, whichever is supported on web. If you use WebGL, you can do 3D animation in it. Okay, so it creates a new composition. Let me see, it's sale chart widget. And let's see how that looks. Okay, so good thing is he created something. But
I mean, it does something, so it counts.
yeah, but yeah. We can actually, what we can actually do
Throw more
to make
money
it
at
really
the
better. Check out this latest sales chart animation and propose how would it look better, clean, elegant, modern, less like.
I think the problem is that you didn't say thank you.
Probably. Yeah, every time you say thank you to Opus, it will just bill you $2. Don't waste money, thank you.
Okay, no.
Yeah.
How do you usually work if you really need good prompt?
What? How I?
How do you usually work if you really need good prompt?
If I really need a good prompt, instead of dropping in that like this, I would do something like this. For example, let's take this screenshot we saved before. I don't know if we saved. Yeah, let me just take it again from here. I would go on some more capable model and analyze this design and make me good prompt for the motion to create this animation for my finance SaaS. So I can see that it made some recommendations.
So there's AI.
Computer says no.
Okay, it works again. So it did something. Let me refresh it and run again. I'm not sure it did anything, but it maybe made a list of things that it can. Yep, he proposed a direction. I can just instruct him now. Apply those changes.
Do it.
Now, and to answer on your question, if you need a really good prompt for something, a really accurate design, I would ask him to break down the layout and container. It will do analysis of it, and it will define the major things that that animation / design should have. For this element, he actually planned which motion and which damping factor animation to do on which keyframes. So he planned the whole animation. He used, he made some technical notes and he defined deliverabilities. Let's try to run on another agent this prompt to see if we will get somewhat different animation. And let's check out how this one is going. Okay, while on the execute, really the most important thing, and you can't fail by doing this, is whenever you think that the task for the model is too complex, it usually means that it's more complex than you think, because they are really not that smart. Always use plan mode, even if you use plan mode on some other models such as Sonnet or Codex, it does not matter. It will generally do really better job, and you will save some time, and you will save yourself tokens from iterating and avoiding what I just did here. Avoiding making first iteration, then you don't like it and you instruct it again to check out latest things, and then third time you instruct him to like implement everything, and you're going in this kind of a loop of having AI agent running and really not building anything useful for you. So to my day-to-day workflow, I always use planning mode before any task. I always use new agent for a new task or a new feature, so the context window is always smaller, so you will use less context. I usually disable all MCPs from the last time it uses all my credits. And we can check this out now if he made something better. Yeah, he made something better, but I can see that we have another one.
I mean, it's trying.
I mean, it's trying, yeah. But yeah, that basically you can create this and iterate a bit on it to have it as a nice animation. And I made this like similar thing while I was trying to think about something that I would like, and he did this on his own without any photo or instruction. I just told him, make a cool invoice, money revenue widget.
Because nobody's looking there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it from my presentation. This is basically, you can search on their documents. I'm pretty sure they explain everything much better than me. The tool is